Aloha and welcome. In this video, we're going to be talking about on-path attacks, such as the man in the middle and the man in the browser attacks. So let's go ahead and open up our textbook, and we're going to take a look here at the man in the middle attack first of all. So the man in the middle attack, or the MitM attack, it's an attack where an attacker is eavesdropping and modifies the communications between two parties. So what's going to happen is, and I mentioned a case like this before, but there's this thing called a pineapple, and a pineapple is out there. Well, a pineapple is used essentially to get somebody on a mobile device to connect to it. And the way that happens is when your phone, let's say you've got your iPhone or your phone, whatever it is, Android, iPhone, whatever, it's always looking for known Wi-Fi signals that are stronger. And let's say it's looking for Starbucks, or it's looking for, if you flew on Delta before, the Delta, Wi-Fi. It's out there advertising, hey, are you out there? And it's looking for those things. So what happens is, if a hacker is using something called a pineapple, the pineapple will essentially listen for that activity. Then it'll hear that you're looking for Starbucks, and then it will create its own little network there. And it has you, because it's more powerful, because it's near to you, you'll connect to it automatically behind the scenes. And now all of a sudden, all of your traffic that's going from your web browser is going to go through the pineapple to wherever it's going to. And that sets up what we call the man in the middle attack. So this is going to be happening at the network layer, the layer three. That's where both parties are in communication with an attacker, but each party believes that it's communicating directly with the other party. For example, if you were attached to a pineapple, the pineapple would be that man in the middle. So you would be going from your browser, from your, let's say, your phone to the pineapple to the website you're wanting to go to. And because it can see all the traffic that goes through there, that's what makes this thing dangerous. And we say this is a level layer three attack because this is all going through the network layer. So it's going through the network activity here. So in a typical man-in-the-middle attack, they can intercept that message in transit. They can modify the message, and then they can send it to the recipient. So they can modify things. Let's say you're doing financial transactions or something. You can have it, instead of sending it, sending something to, have them, say withdraw something from your bank account. They can have you transfer something to another bank account. So they can do all kinds of things. If they're working as the man in the middle there, they can modify these packets as they go back and forth to do really evil things. And even though you think, hey, that sounds really difficult, I doubt anybody could really do that. People have thought out how to do these things. There are prepackaged attacks out there that you can use for this kind of stuff. So it often doesn't take a lot of ingenuity on somebody's part. They can use things like Metasploit and other tools that are out there to do these kind of things. So what can we do to prevent this? Well, one thing is we can always use a secure channel. So the problem is, you don't want that person in the middle, the man in the middle, to be able to read your traffic. So it's important to use a secure channel. When you're going to a website, make sure that you're only going to websites that are using SSL encryption or TLS encryption. So you get that little lock. Well, I guess they don't have the lock sign anymore, but you want to make sure that you're using an encrypted channel, when you're communicating. Also using VPNs. VPNs are really nice for, hiding all the information that goes through as well. So that's one way we do it, through these secure channels. That way we can guarantee that the data is authentic, and we keep it secret as well. So you can go through an example here of the man in the middle attack. We also have the man in the browser attack. Man in the browser attack, it's kind of similar in a way, except that this one is being executed at the layer 7, which is at the application layer. What's happening is, when you have your web browser and you're going to a website, if you've got this man in the browser, essentially, you can, it's like an extension of your browser that's gone rogue. You can get these through Trojan horses or whatever. What happens is, it's going to lay dormant until you go to connect to a site, and it's often financial sites, because that's where you can have the most impact. So when you go to a website, this software will, realize what's going on, and then it will start to do things in the background. It can modify your, your transactions that happen. It can do whatever. So that's the danger of this. And one of the problems is the man in the browser attack is a little bit harder to detect because the software is embedded in the extension, and it's probably not going to be detected by anti-malware software. So if you're scanning for it, you may not see it. So this is one of the big problems, and the fact that it only activates when you're targeting when you're going to a certain website, that's been targeted. It can stay invisible for quite a long time. So that's what makes these hard to fight against. But just remember that the man in the browser attack, it's a layer 7 because this is happening at the application level. It's your browser. It's specifically usually the extensions like in the Chrome browser, things like that. So it's these extensions that are being exploited. So, one of these with some malware in it, they can do some pretty bad things. And in the example here, they show how it can go and modify account information. So you've got the user who thinks that they're sending like HTTP posts to the web server for doing different things. They find out instead that the extension at the OSI layer 7 is modifying those requests and posts as they send it through. So that's the man in the browser attack. Similar to the man in the middle, but a little bit different in the way the attack happens. So that's all we have for this section. So this is a quick short one, but this is a very important type of attack to know, the man in the middle and the man in the browser. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out and I'd be happy to help you. So have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.